The iconic designs of the first Star Wars movie were sketched by John Mollo, who was headhunted for the job when he'd been doing a lot of short commercials.
A girl who I'd been doing a commercial rang up and said, would I like to do a science fiction film? So I said, gave them a thought for a minute or two and said, yes, I suppose so. Yes, I would. And that was Star Wars. And that was the first film I did as a costume designer. Before that, I'd been advising on costume and on sort of historic costume. And I'd done about 5 films as an advisor. So I'd got to learn how the wardrobe worked and how it was organised. So it wasn't much of a problem. It was just a change of title, really.
John and his wife Louise shared their memories of what he'd originally thought about the film when asked by friends one evening.
I said, I'm working on a very, very strange film at the moment. It's a sort of science fiction film in space, and one of the characters is a dustbin.
And it probably will never be shown.
and probably it will never be shown.
And a cousin of mine was in Los Angeles, and we got a postcard from her saying, there's been the most enormous fuss about a film, and she said, I went to see it. It was never released, this film, in America. It just never stopped being shown. And anyway, because they run it through various cinemas, particularly university cinemas, to see whether it'll make a success. Anyway, it did. And she said she was sitting in there, and she suddenly thought, hang on a moment, I think this is what the film John worked on. And so she waited until the end, the credits came up, and sure enough, there he was.
This is Shan Robins for That's Solent.